You can now join as a member right from your phone. Become a member to watch the next episode before it's released. Thank you. Trouble has struck Xiaoyan's endless fire domain. Mohe Tian of the Moke ancient clan has led a massive army to launch an assault. Continuing from the previous chapter, at the very center of the vast and boundless continent, there existed a crimson region. Above this land, a colossal and dazzling flame lotus floated in the sky. From afar, it radiated an indescribable, awe-inspiring presence. Upon closer inspection, one could see that atop this enormous flame lotus stood majestic and magnificent palaces. This was precisely the core of the endless fire domain. At this moment, atop the roof of a grand and imposing hall, a figure stood quietly. Clad in a blue dress, she was none other than Yun, the woman who once shared a beautiful encounter and a complicated entanglement with Xiaoyan. Ever since the endless world stabilized, Xiaoyan had successfully opened a passage between the Great Thousand World and the lower plane, connecting the Du Qi continent with the endless fire domain. Thus, many of Xiaoyan's old acquaintances, such as Yao Lao and the little Dr. Fairy, gradually arrived at the endless fire domain. The endless fire domain displayed a stark contrast between north and south. In the northern regions, volcanoes lay dormant, and lush vegetation covered the land. The soil, enriched by volcanic ash, was extraordinarily fertile. For this reason, most migrants from the Du Qi continent chose to settle there. Flame City, as the largest city within the endless fire domain, under the leadership of the Flame Emperor Xiaoyan, nearly everyone, young or old, was proficient in the art of alchemy. Every household possessed a pill furnace, and the flourishing alchemy industry brought unprecedented prosperity to pill trade. Even at night, the pill markets and pavilions of Flame City remained brightly lit and bustling. In contrast, the southern region was a land of active volcanoes, like a living hell, yet also a paradise for cultivation. Endless seas of fire burned ceaselessly, igniting the undying flames within the hearts of young cultivators. Now, the endless fire domain stood alongside the martial realm and the sword domain, land of 10,000 graves, as one of the supreme powers of the Great Thousand World. However, beyond these forces, there existed the equally formidable 5 ancient clans, originating from ancient times. They were among the oldest races, divided into 5 major clans: the Futu ancient clan, the Moke ancient clan, the Tailing clan, the Heitian clan, and the Huanggu clan. At this moment, on the Mohe continent, a distorted spatial rift slowly opened atop a mountain peak. 2 immensely powerful auras emerged from within. Dozens of figures who had been meditating opened their eyes simultaneously and instantly appeared at the peak. Greetings, ancestors. As their voices fell, 2 figures stepped out, elderly men clad in black and white robes. The aura they emitted was enough to make even heavenly sovereigns Tianjizun tremble. These 2 elders were both Saint-grade heavenly sovereigns, beings standing at the pinnacle of the Great Thousand World. Mohe Tian, why have you awakened us? At the peak, a middle-aged man stepped forward, wearing a golden cloak. His calm expression carried an overwhelming authority. He was none other than Mohe Tian, the current clan leader of the Moke ancient clan. Mohe Tian spoke slowly. Countless years have passed. It is time for our Moke ancient clan to ascend as the leader of the 5 ancient clans. What is your plan? Asked the white-robed ancestor. Mohe Tian took a deep breath and said, in the far northern region lies the endless fire domain. Though it is a superpower, it was established only recently. It is also close to our Mohe continent, making it easy to govern once conquered. More importantly, the endless fire domain dominates the pill trade. In just a few years, it has seized most of the northern market of the Great Thousand World. Its divine pills are renowned across countless continents. If we devour it, we will achieve supremacy. The white-robed elder nodded. Good. With just that single word, the vast machinery of the Moke ancient clan began to operate at full force. Forces were mobilized rapidly, all aiming to conquer the endless fire domain in one stroke. In their eyes, across the entire Great Thousand World, only a handful of forces were worth fearing. Anyone below Saint Grade was nothing but an ant. To others, the endless fire domain might be a terrifying superpower, but to them, it was merely a slightly larger insect. Then so be it. All heavenly sovereign elders of every branch move out. Erase the endless fire domain. The Moke ancient clan shall reign supreme. Deep within the endless magma beneath the domain, thunderous explosions echoed. Massive pillars of flame erupted from the lava, while multicolored flames danced joyfully, as if welcoming a new companion. Atop a pale golden flame pillar stood a figure, Xiao. A violent storm of spiritual power surged around him, burning fiercely. All the flames converged toward his palm. His aura surged continuously, approaching a critical threshold. Refine. Within his body, multiple heavenly flames circulated along precise pathways, merging into an ultimate flame. Moments later, a golden light burst forth. His aura finally broke through the threshold, reaching an entirely new level. This power, so strong, Xiao murmured, feeling that surreal yet overwhelming force. But at that very moment, above Flame City, a series of urgent, thunderous bell chimes rang out, spreading across the entire continent. Every expert of the endless fire domain instantly changed expression. This was the signal of war. Once it rang, it meant a massive invasion had begun, and the enemy was overwhelmingly powerful. Countless experts sprang into action. Following emergency protocols, they rushed to assembly points. Streams of powerful spiritual power rose into the sky, forming battle formations. High above Flame City, a massive spiritual array descended as a radiant barrier, protecting the entire city. So this is the defense system of the endless fire domain. Surrounded by dozens of heavenly sovereigns, a tall figure stepped forward. Mohe Tian. He had personally led the invasion. Other heavenly sovereigns were already attacking the major cities. Glancing at the protected Flame City, Mohe Tian smiled dismissively. Then he shouted, "Where is the Flame Emperor of the Endless Fire Domain?" Mohe Tian of the Moke ancient clan has come to pay a visit. Do you know how miserable Mohe Tian, the one who once called Xiao a trash, ended up after being beaten by him? Let's continue from the previous part. Outside the endless fire domain, countless figures floated densely in the sky. At the very front of the crowd stood a middle-aged man in a golden robe. An indescribable arrogance radiated from his body, as if nothing in the world was worthy of his attention. With his hands behind his back, he coldly gazed at every inch of the endless fire city. Suddenly he shouted in a thunderous voice, "Lord of the endless fire, Domain Flame Emperor Xiao, are you not coming out yet? Do you want me to personally drag you out?" His voice echoed across every corner of the endless fire domain. Everyone who heard it burned with anger, cursing inwardly at this reckless man who dared to call the domain lord by name. At that moment, ripples appeared in the space before him. An extremely scorching aura spread out as countless golden flames surged forth. Within the flames, a black-robed figure slowly emerged. It was none other than the Lord of the Endless Fire Domain, the Flame Emperor Xiao, whose name shook the Great Thousand World. Now Xiao had refined the second-ranked heavenly flame, and his strength had reached the peak of the Saint Grade. Sensing fluctuations in the city's formation, he had torn through space and rushed over immediately. Mohe Tian spoke. "Xiao, you finally came out. I thought you would hide like a coward forever." Xiao lifted his eyes slightly and said calmly, "The Mohe clan, is it? You brought so many people to my endless fire domain today. Are you here to ask me to refine pills?" "Xiao, I don't want to waste words. Today your endless fire domain will be destroyed. If you bow and submit, I may spare your life." Hearing this, Xiao smiled faintly. A trace of coldness flashed in his eyes as he said, "There are many who want to destroy my endless fire city. But even if the entire Mohe clan comes, I'm afraid you still don't have the qualification. As his words fell, a vast and overwhelming aura burst forth. Sensing this terrifying pressure, Mohe Tian showed slight surprise. Saint grade. However, Xiao Yan's aura only appeared to be at the early Saint grade, and with his own mid-Saint grade strength. He didn't take Xiao Yan seriously at all. Saint grade or not, anyone who stands in the way of my Mohe clan's domination must be eliminated. Xiao Yan laughed loudly. Mohe Tian, I already gave you a chance. Since you've come to my endless fire domain today, then all of you shall stay here, with just your early Saint grade strength. Mohe Tian sneered. Golden light erupted from his body, his aura rising violently into a terrifying spiritual storm. Seeing this endless golden flames burst from Xiao Yan's body, the surrounding space trembled under the burning flames, his aura climbing steadily until it was no weaker than Mohe Tian's. Two overwhelming forces shot into the sky, one like a blazing sun, the other radiating boundless black and white energy. Mohe Tian formed hand seals. A terrifying power surged forth as a massive golden palm appeared in the void. Xiao Yan, take my Mohe clan's supreme technique, ancient rank skill. Mohe Divine Palm, ancient rank, as expected of an ancient clan. Xiao Yan murmured. A massive black ruler appeared in his hand covered in golden flames. He swung it, unleashing a 10,000 Zhang flame slash. The flame blade burned through heaven and earth, shattering the Mohe Divine Palm with overwhelming force. Meanwhile, inside the Flame Emperor Palace of the Endless Fire Domain, a faint figure stepped out from the void. It was Xiao Xuan. After Xiao Yan established the Endless Fire Domain, he had revived Xiao Xuan's remnant soul. Greetings, ancestor. Many figures appeared at the palace entrance, bowing respectfully. Led by Jun and Medusa, there were also Gu Yuanzhu Kunzi Yan Little Doctor, Fairy Yun Qinglin, and others. Xiao Xuan's gaze swept across the familiar and unfamiliar faces, a satisfied smile appearing on his lips. In the extreme north of the Great Thousand World, two supreme sovereign bodies clashed violently in the sky. The heavens were filled with two completely different forces, one side blazing in violent flames, the other black and white radiance. Flame Emperor body, a sovereign body, created by Xiao Yan after fusing dozens of heavenly flames. Where it passed, everything turned into a vacuum of fire. Mohe Infinite Body, ranked 8th among the 99 sovereign bodies. The strongest sovereign body of the Mohe clan. Mohe Tian said, Xiao Yan forcing me to use my sovereign body proves your title as Flame Emperor is not undeserved. But this ends here. He rapidly formed seals. Black and white energy surged violently. The Mohe Infinite Body transformed into a streak of light charging toward the Flame Emperor body. Xiao Yan's eyes sharpened. He threw a massive flaming punch into the void. In the next few breaths, countless collisions occurred. No techniques, only pure power and foundation clashing. Mohe Tian, if this is all you have, then stay here forever. Xiao Yan's voice echoed across the heavens. The earth below erupted. Magma surged, a massive abyss split open, and a flame dragon rose into the sky. Xiao Yan, I admit I underestimated you, but do you really think you can defeat me so easily? Mohe Spiritual Shell. Black and white light enveloped Mohe Tian, forming an absolute defense. He laughed. Xiao Yan, let me see how you break my clan's strongest defense. Xiao Yan snorted coldly. With countless flames gathering, he threw a devastating punch. The flame dragon roared, coiling around the Flame Emperor body. This punch can break all techniques. Crack. A faint sound rang out. Then more cracks followed. Not only did the Mohe spiritual shell shatter, but the surrounding space also collapsed. How is this possible? Before Mohe Tian could finish speaking, he was smashed into the ground like a meteor. Xiao Yan said coldly, so this is your Mohe Infinite Body, pathetic. Not even as good as my unranked Flame Emperor body. He suppressed the surging blood within his body and continued. You once called me trash, didn't you? Now tell me, who is the real trash? Xiao Yan, don't celebrate too early. I'm Mohe Tian, current clan leader of the Mohe clan. The one destined to lead the clan to its peak will never lose. You can now join as a member right from your phone. Become a member to watch the next episode before it's released. Thank you.